share a post with you. I did this experiment for the entire month of January, and it worked. I wanted to challenge myself to make $100 using Pinterest in a month and see if I could make something that I thought would work actually work. And it did. Now, what I'm doing is actually sharing affiliate links on Pinterest, and I'm doing it strategically each day, Monday through Friday. And it only takes me about maybe 10 minutes, and I do it every morning for 10 minutes. And I managed to actually come away with $108 in the month of January. Now I want to do some disclaimers here first. Number one, I have, as you can see here, over 19,000 followers on Pinterest. So I have quite a few followers and people who are seeing my pins on a regular basis. If you have quite a low number, you may not see these results. If you're interested in learning how to grow your Pinterest, I have a blog post that I will link below or on the blog for this particular video, showing you some of the things I've done to grow my Pinterest account and how I manage that on a daily basis. And number two, I'm actually using a Pinterest scheduler called Tailwind and a looping feature called Board Booster. Now, before you say, well, how you're spending all this money on these things to only make $100? Well, no, I'm not. I actually have had those programs and have been using them for my own business to promote my business and to grow my Pinterest. And Pinterest actually drives, it was close to 60, I think I recently checked, it was like 68% of the traffic to my blog comes from Pinterest. So it's a marketing feature that I use. I also use the affiliate links for those programs to help get discounts on them, so I'm not paying full price. So if you're interested again in learning how to grow your Pinterest account, you might want to look into those features. And again, I will link to the post to where that is. So those are two things that I did want to make a disclaimer about to start with, so that everybody was fully aware of how that works. Also, I do have rich pins set up on my Pinterest account because I do have a blog, and so everything is set up to work that way. My blog is also branded, so it's only sharing boards of things that my readers would like. I don't share my favorite recipes or fitness tips or decorating tips or things like that. This is specifically things that my audience is interested in. So if you have not branded your Pinterest for that way, you really should think about doing that. So yeah, I still pin recipes, but guess what? They're on secret boards. So I try to keep everything pretty branded, and I try to make sure I am doing all of that pretty strategically. Okay, so let's talk about how I actually do this process and what I did. So what I did was I determined that I would spend 10 minutes each morning, Monday through Friday, sharing 10 links from Creative Market. Now let me just go over to Creative Market here. So Creative Market, if you're not familiar with them, is a graphic design resource place that offers things like fonts and Photoshop mockups and other kind of graphic type items, which are things that my audience is interested in. So this works well for me. If you are not doing this type of a marketing promotion, maybe look at another way to do affiliate links for this. So basically, let me just minimize my board here. Let's see what's down. Okay, so basically this is the process that I do, and like I said, this takes me about 10 minutes a day. You get really fast as you start doing it, but I pick 10 products, and typically what I do is I go to Creative Market, and you do need to apply for their partner benefit program. I think you can come down to the bottom, go to partner benefits on Creative Market, and you can get 10% off or 10% on all referred customer purchase for the year, and click-throughs. You can see in the past I've made over $2,000, but I wasn't serious about it until this month. So, I'm hoping to make that grow even more. Let's see. There are some articles here, tips for making money when you share your Creative Market products, etc. So you might want to read those. So you do need to apply for that if you're not familiar with that. Okay, so what I do to pick my 10 items is on the homepage, I typically will scroll down to the bottom to the hand-picked area. And here's what I do to make this work really fast for me. I'm gonna go ahead and close Pinterest and just keep this window open here. I hold down my command key, which opens up a new window. I believe on PC that might be Control. So I hold down my command key and I click on 10 items that I want to share and open those up in new windows up here. I'm not even looking at them right now. That I think my audience might be interested in seeing. And they have to be things that I like too, guys. If they're not, it's not, I would never do it. And then a lot of times I try to make sure these bundles are in there because these are pretty big payoffs. Or I can come up into something that my audience is interested in, like product mock-ups, and I'll go to handpicked first because I want to see, and some of these I've already shared because so I don't want to share them again. You know, I try to get a good variety and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. Oh, this is a great set here. 8, I have that. I love it. I do try to share the things that I bought if I can, and yeah, so I just try to make sure that these are, again, are things that I know that people are going to want when they click on my Pinterest links. Now remember, Pinterest is a search engine. It is not a social media site. Sorry, my internet that's a little bit slow. It is not a social media site. It is a search engine. It's just a visual search engine, which makes it amazing. 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. So I'll close out that homepage, and I have each one of these open in their own window. All right, so I do that first, open 10 of them, and then I repeat that process, but I click on the graphic. So I'm going to hold down my command key, I click on the graphic, I open that one up, I drag that over to my desktop so that picture is there, I close that, I go to the next one, and as you see, you get, like I said, you get really fast at this. That's why I said it only takes me 10 minutes to do this. I've gotten really quick. You make sure you're not closing down the page where the information is, just that one that you opened with that graphic itself, because I want that bigger graphic for Pinterest. So I'm going to come here and just do that. And this is actually a really great bundle. These guys are super nice. Let's see, go here. This, and this bundle is amazing. If you don't have it, you should get it. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I use it for my Etsy shop all the time to show my designs off on mugs. It's really cool. And this last one, these are styled stock social banners, which people really like. Okay, so now I have done all of that, right? And I have this. I don't want to close this yet, but I am going to open up an actual new window. I want my windows to be separate, and I'll show you here in a minute. So I'm going to go to Tailwind. If you're not familiar with Tailwind, you can go down below to the blog post and sign up via my affiliate link. I do get a kickback from that, but it is because I love it. Okay, and so in here you have your dashboard. And if you were to come over here, you're going to click on that Publish tab and Drafts. And this, you guys, Tailwind is amazing. It saves up so much time, and I can get my 50 pins a day super easy using this. All right, so I have my drafts tab here, and it says I don't have any drafts, and it'll give you some recommendations if you want to do those. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my images over here, and I'm just going to drag down here and drop them below, and it's going to load them to Tailwind. So these are all the images that are going up into Tailwind. If you give it a minute, it'll load up here. I'm going to go over here to the right and just click move all those to the trash. I don't want them on my desktop anymore. All right, so now I take these two windows and just put them side by side. And I know me explaining this is probably you're thinking 10 minutes, but trust me, it gets faster, so much faster. If I can get all three across, that's better. And I'll just shrink this one up a little bit more. So I have them side by side like this. Unfortunately, they don't really load in the same order. Over here, I think they load by file name, so be aware of that. So the first thing I do is I come over here and I click on my affiliate link, which will be here. So I'm just gonna copy that. All right, so I'm gonna go to this first one here. Now it's important with Pinterest that you get your good keywords there at the very beginning because it will cut off, but you want people to search for those keywords. So this is a script font. So I might put script font, and type it, Espontis script. And I'll look usually in the description to see if there's anything I can't type and talk at the same time. Something simple like that. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but I'm using those words that people might be looking for. And I try to include the price. I paste my affiliate link, and then I do the hashtag ad. In the past, I've been doing affiliate, and I recently read that that's not sufficient, that you have to put ad or sponsor. So I just put ad. If that changes, it's because there's so many different things, because Pinterest, I think only in the middle of last year started allowing affiliate links. And so that's on you to make sure you're doing that correctly. Okay. All right. So, and then I close that window and I go to the next one and I copy my affiliate link. And then I come over here and I look for that one, and I do the same process. And I'm like, pattern bundle 90s, the retro flair for graphic design projects, something like that. And then I write the price, the link, and add. I come over here and I close this window, go to the next one, and I just repeat this process until I'm done. So I'm going to do that really quick and speed up the video, and then we can talk about the next step that I do. So I did that. I had to go back and change my hashtag because I'm so used to typing affiliate. So I just want to make sure I don't have affiliate anywhere else. All right, so there's my 10 items, right? So I'm just going to hit save changes for a minute because I want to show you one other thing that I think you might be interested in for Tailwind, which makes it super amazing. One thing I forgot to mention before is I do belong to quite a few group boards that are very relevant to my brand, and so that helps me get a lot of exposure as well. So start looking at group boards and learning how to join them as well. All right, so if you look over here, you'll see this item here called board lists. So what I love about Tailwind is that I can create a list that has all the boards I might pin for that particular item or that topic, and then it saves me so much time to just select mockups, and then it goes all those boards. And I'll show you what I mean here. So I go back to drafts, and again, I'm in an apartment, so my internet is slow. I'll come over here and I'm like, okay, so this is Photoshop action. So typically what I would do is look for what maybe I have created here for this. I'm gonna hit mockups because it's kind of mockups, but it's not. So I can unclick the things that don't matter to me. So I have it on my designer tools group board, my Adobe Photoshop board, and then I'm in a group board called graphic design for bloggers. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this one because it's kind of the same. I'm just gonna take off social media. Same with this one, but on this one I'm going to do it, but I'm going to leave social media because they are social banners, right? But look how fast it's telling you to put it on all those boards. I mean, seriously, it makes life so fast and amazing here. And I can get stuff on here so quickly. If I wanted to add other boards to these, I could as well. Let's do typography. This is another mock-up, which I think is cool. This is typography, and that should be all of them. So now I've told it to add it to all of these boards. Now, depending on what you're adding it to, you can do that as well. Now all I gotta do is hit this little green button down here called Schedule All Drafts. And give it a minute to schedule them. It takes a minute because, like I said, my internet is slow. And then you can look over here and you can, let's see, let it load. You can scroll and see where they get added to your feed. What I do, because things start to get kind of built up quickly, is I tend to come in here and hit my shuffle queue, and it spreads the love around, which I think is very, very helpful. So that's what I do. I mean, it's really simple to do that. And last month I missed several days too. I did not do every Monday through Friday last month. There were some days I just forgot. but I made $108 just doing that. And like I said, it only takes me 10 minutes to do it because I'm not talking and I'm doing it fairly quickly. The more you do it, the quicker it is. It's the first thing I do in the morning. Even before I check email, I do that just so it's up for the day and I make sure it's good. Now, I also make sure that I'm sharing helpful posts too. I'm not just trying to promote affiliate links. My Pinterest is made up of things and topics that are relevant to my followers. So you also don't want to be sleazy and just be all advertising, if that makes any sense. That's why I only pick 10 a day to do. I don't do a ton that way, but $108 isn't anything to sneeze about. So if you're interested in learning how to make a little bit of extra cash each month, this is an easy way to do it. So hey, take advantage of it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.